Ancestry kits are very popular because they can connect distant relatives and even uncover family stories. Marissa Burke introduces us to families whose kits are part of investigation.
Typically, a death certificate would tell you basic information about a person, but this man's life took an unusual twist. He was buried in the small town of North Platte, Nebraska 6 decades ago, with a grave marker that reads, Unknown Negro.
I've driven by that cemetery probably thousands of times in my career and quite honestly never even noticed it, to be honest with you. But every single day when I come to the office and when I leave to go home, as I drive by it, obviously I think of the case.
I've been working with Sergeant Larry Myers from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office for a few years to try and figure out where he's from. The death certificate says he was crushed under 2,500 pounds of ice in a refrigerated train cart traveling to North Platte, Nebraska on November 1st, 1961, meaning he could be from anywhere. Finding this man's identity would need a different approach.
And we help law enforcement agencies, medical examiners, and coroners when they have unidentified human remains cases.
Jennifer Randolph works for the DNA Doe Project. They use DNA profiles and genealogical research to identify Jane and John Does. It starts when people take a test, like 23andMe or Family Tree DNA, and upload their information to sites like GEDmatch. Organizations like the DNA Doe Project can use that information and build out family trees of unidentified people. In the case of this unknown man, trying to find family members became a challenge of its own.
So he doesn't have a lot of people who are really closely related to him. And that's not uncommon when the Doe that we're trying to identify is an African American.
People of color are underrepresented in the DNA databases. Many are skeptical and fear that someone will misuse their genetic information, so they don't even try. Then there are people like Chris Taylor, who believe the risk is worth it.
I went through Ancestry at first and then uploaded to other sites and then went international, and I didn't make it private because I wanted it to be out there because you never know what can come your way.
Chris's curiosity helped our investigation. He's a distant relative to the unknown Negro on his mother's side.
Well, everybody's body is full of history and knowledge. Right.
Chris shares the same sentiments as Angela Dennis and Dora Gaither. They've been using Ancestry sites to fill in the gaps in their family tree. Many African Americans have missing parts because of slavery, poor record keeping, and unexplainable circumstances.
Because my father has a brother that they don't know what happened to him. He was a boxer, and he never came back home.
Unfortunately, we couldn't give Dora answers about her uncle, but their DNA profile found they're related to the unknown Negro on his father's side.
We were so, especially the nieces and stuff that do the genealogy thing, the ancestry thing, because you get to my mother and it stops. We know absolutely nothing. So they said, oh, wow, maybe we'll find out something.
The best way to untangle these family trees was by bringing everyone together. They all live in California. On the death certificate, it says the train the unknown man was found on started in Roseville, California. When I looked into California newspaper articles, I found another clue. Fatal icing done here. The article outlines details we already knew, but then it tells us when he was found, he had a pack of cigarettes with a California tax stamp and $1 in cash. So I had to tell Sergeant Myers that we were on the right track.
Somebody cared enough to get that information back to California and in print. So I think we have a great opportunity to carry on, I think, what was honestly started back on November 1st, 1961.
In the meantime, while we continue searching for potential leads, members of the unknown Negro's newly gained family say this is far from over.
I feel like I don't want my life to end without knowing who he is and who had him and who his parents were, if he has kids, Like there's too many possibilities.
Wow, what a powerful story. I hope his identity is finally revealed. And if you're wanting more Black history content, I'll be releasing a 4-part series called Roots of Resilience on our 6+ app for you to enjoy. The first part is out and more parts will be airing on every Wednesday this month. Stay with us. Chris Nunley will have your full weather forecast after the break.